Hello gamers and welcome to Steel Division 2, a preview video for the British 43rd Wessex Infantry Division of the upcoming Hell's Highway DLC. It's a Nemesis DLC, so players voted on which DLC should be, or which divisions should be covered. You had three choices, and Hell's Highway 1 with the 43rd Wessex Infantry Division and Kampfgruppe Walter. Let's look at the British division first, and it's actually a multinational division because it includes Polish paratroopers as well, and for the first time Dutch, the Dutch Princess Irene Brigade. I mean, there are some SS Dutch guys as well, I think, but and they are kind of like an infantry division, but practically like a mechanized division. They have lots of tanks as well, so it will be interesting to see. So three divisions, three nations in this division. Slots distribution, you get decent recon slots. Infantry slots get a bit steep towards the end, but then you have very cheap tank slots, very decent support tab activation slots. Anti-tank also decent. Anti-air will probably be good enough. Artillery decent, in particular the three very cheap slots and very cheap air slots. So this is going to be a very interesting division, I think. Let's start with the infantry tab because it's the most important tab. You get the defense group, phase locked to A, and also the field engineers for your CQC throwing power. And you can bring a lot of them if you're going to play the long game. So let me quickly check that you get some audio as well. Okay, a little bit in the background. And about that. Okay. And yeah, and then here we have a Dutch unit. The Gemot Gefechtsgruppe, I guess that means something like motorized combat group or something like that. And it's phase locked because I think they were left behind at some bridge to guard it. And that's why they were considering phase locking it to A or A and B phase. Apparently they went for A and B phase. And veterancy curve is quite nice as well. They come in the CMP, so quite decent. And if you compare it to the motorized rifle, it's the same price as the motorized rifle, but two more guys, so you get one more Sten and one more Lee Enfield, and the availability is basically the same. So this is like an upgraded motorized rifles basically, and a really cool unit, I think. Here you get a leader. It's a Polish leader, Spadochroniacy, and come in a Jeep, C phase locked. So only for the long game. Even some captured German MP40s. And the Desant Sturmowy also arrived later for support, and so Polish paratroopers are phase locked, but very experienced. You get 10 of these guys with a flamethrower, 10 men strong. This is a really good unit if you play the long game. Then you get the Gemot CMG, and yeah, this is another leader. It's a Dutch leader, and that's A phase locked, and it's got smoke, which I think is really important for leaders. And next up is the Gemot, so motorized Mariniers. So you get some Marine units here. They're fanatical, 2 brands, 25 points, 10 men strong, good rifles. So I think this is a very good unit as well. You can even double vet it. Here we get the rifles leader. You get 4 cards of rifle leaders. That feels a bit excessive. They're also pretty cool because they've got the Piat. Not smoke, but Piat. I think Piat is pretty cool. You can come in the carrier command. Then you get the rifles Piat, 10 men strong. double automatic rifle, Piat. I think it's a cool unit. And the Spadocroniace, again C-phase locked. They get sniper rifle, MG42, and also 10-man strong, radar trait, pretty good. So the only thing the Polish don't have is basically, well, they have AAT, the leaders. But the other units, well, this one does. So you could get like a full complement of Polish C-phase troopers. It makes me wonder if this division could potentially lean towards V for victory. Potentially, if you want to play the long game. But this is more viable for quick play or ranked. Because with the 50 minutes time limit, you catch up with your victory income compared to balanced in at the end of the game, so after the 50 minutes. And so you kind of have less points during the game, most of the time. But you have a good start, so yeah, depends. And then you've got another good CQC unit, 12-man strong. The assault engineers, really strong unit. Veterancy curve, you probably don't want to double vet them. With a Piat as well, which is nice. Flamethrower, 10 Lee Enfields, so very, very good. And then automatic rifle, very good unit. Rack and Tab, the Humber, it's one of the rare vehicles. It's like with the Scottish as well. You get an AT rifle, radio, and 7.7mm bullets for just 5 points. I think this is very good. Bear in mind, everything is still work in progress. This is the preview build. Then you get the Recce, and they can come in unicorn units as well, like this mortar. I think that's a really cool option. Then you get some Dutch in the Wagenaars. This is basically like an Aufklärer. Can come in a Lynx. Lynx so far I think only in New Zealand available. And the Lynx is also very fast, so this is actually quite a nice option. Assault troop also with radio. You get Bren, you get automatic rifles, radio, 8-man strong, can come in a half-track, more like a fighting unit, almost. More Dutch, the BS Gits. It's like I guess they are like civilians, kind of, like militia. And they have a light machine gun and Molotov cocktails. So unfortunately, light machine guns can't be fired under 100 meters. That's where you want to use your Molotov cocktail. The rifles aren't the greatest, stolen from the Germans, but for 9 points, they're not too shabby. Sorry, with 9 men for 20 points, not too shabby. Then you get the Humber Mark IV with a decent 1.25 kilometer range. Also an interesting option. It does not have radio though. Personally, I prefer this one with the radio, I guess. It depends on what we find in the artillery tab. And then you get 4 cards of snipers, 2-man strong, with a nice sniper rifle. Can come in unicorn units as well, which is pretty cool. G carrier, and so on and so forth. Tank tab. Now this is really good, I think, because you get the Honey Steward as a light tank. You get a medium tank in the Sherman, including 2 cards of Sherman leaders. It's the Sherman 3 with 100mm front armor, 90 penetration. And then you get 2 cards of Firefly. It's not, strictly speaking, a heavy tank, I think, but it definitely has a heavy punch and a good range. So really good tools here in the tank tab. So support tab, you can fill it up with 6 15-inch mortars that you can also sneak in with vehicles in the Racken tab. 2 Vickers, 3 Bedford supply trucks, and then your commander options for the long game. So you clearly lack 2K HG support, or in fact any HG support. So that's definitely a weakness of this division. Anti-tank, you get the Piats. I think they are cool. You get 6 if you want to. You can sneak them in. Still 95 kilometer road speed, not too bad. You get 6-pounders, Dutch and British. So the difference is the British also have APCR shells. I think they have less range, yeah. So depending on your opponent, if you can go for one or the other. Availability is better on the Dutch 6-pounders, so I think I definitely go for the Dutch 6-pounders in A phase. Then 17-pounders, you get 5 cards. So this is really, really good. The Bedford, unfortunately, is a slow truck, as you can see. And also here you get the CMP, which is better, and they also get the CMP. Dutch CMP, definitely bring them in the Dutch CMP. Anti-air, you get a card of Crusaders, Mark II, and you get 6 cards of Bofors, 6, but you can only bring 4. But it reflects, I guess, the order of battle. So you can easily fill these 3 slots rather nicely. Personally, I would probably go for the Crusader in A phase, because it's mobile, and then B phase Bofors, and then maybe C phase Bofors. Yeah, depends. Yeah. If you play a tournament game, you can obviously adjust this. And you get spotters, you get artillery commanders, you get 81mm mortars, you get 107mm mortars. They've got a bit of better oomph and better range, slightly less rate of fire. All without radio. Then you get the 26 cards of 25-pounders. They are a decent tool, and you can deploy them aggressively as well. They can double function. I think they can shoot the HE shells directly as well, and also they can take out tanks. So aggressive, and then they can use their radio to take out enemy support guns as well, or support weapons. And then you get the Sexton, 1 card only. You can call them in as a wolf pack in A phase, unvetted, and they are really good. Also 25-pounders, they have 90 shells of 90 HE shells, they've got 40. So yeah, this is a really good unit, but you need to micro it if your enemy counter batteries. Air Force or Air Tab, also pretty good. You get the Spitfire Mark 11 Recon plane. It's quite fast, bad resilience though. You get the Mitchell 2 bombers. They are Dutch with Dutch insignia. Hollandish New Year. That's a really nice touch there. And 12 bombs on affordable price. Availability ain't super great, but very good resilience. That can be very helpful. And the P51, it's not super expensive, but also it has bad resilience. You get a Spitfire alternative as a fighter, which is same speed, but it has better agility. It's also a bit more expensive, and the loadout is a bit better. Personally, I would spend those extra 15 points already, because of the, you go up to good agility, you go up to excellent agility. So I think this is helpful. And you get a Spitfire here with rockets as an alternative. And then you get the P51D, which I don't think is very great. I mean, you get 2 bombs, nice bombs, but it's bad resilience. But you also get the P47D, which I think is a good plane, because you get medium resilience and quite some firepower. And this one even has 2 bombs, so you can micro your bombs. And this one has AT rockets, which can be helpful against heavier tanks, because if you play against King Tigers or IS-2s, so not that likely in tournament games, but in quick play, I think this will come in very handy. And you even get 2 cards of the P47Ds, and they can be used as fighters as well. So I would definitely not sneeze on these, and take probably even both, because if you micro that well, in particular in A phase, you can get quite some value out of it. Yeah, so that's the division. I think it's it kind of fits the meta quite nicely. It lacks light fighting vehicles a little bit, armored tanks. It doesn't have that many 50 cal options with regards to trucks. It does have some though, with the motorized rifles, but not that much. So that's where it's kind of lacking regarding the current meta a little bit. But you get very good tank options. Support is a bit lacking, but other than that, I think this is a very well-rounded, a good division that you can play with a variety of play styles. Now I need to go for my favorite unit. For the screenshot, what am I going to take? As the assault troop has been in the game already, I think, so I want to go for something Dutch. I think I will go for those beefed up motorized dudes. They look pretty good. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.